So apparently, fascist Denmark is called the North Sea Empire. So we're going to invite them to our faction in all of their beauty and their glory. We don't have to support fascism. Well, once they're in our faction, even if they go democratic, they won't leave our faction, will they? I know people do leave factions. Maybe as long as we guarantee them, then we can cancel this, and it'll be okay. Okay, good. Let's reduce speed to 3x, because I think Rommel is busy doing interesting things. Also worth mentioning, I haven't done any exercising, troop training of troops, and all of these are garrison troops, meaning that they don't replace equipment if you break it, and I'm not building infantry equipment, so all of those reasons kind of make me well, okay, we want to have 550 or 1,000 manpower so that we can steal land from Austria and stuff. So if we click this button and then this button, it says we only need a little bit more. And we should deploy everyone that we have and see how that affected it. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, we still need several more divisions of infantry. Ooh, what's this X mean? Oh, he's in a battle. Yeah, I'm sending all my infantry equipment to Japan, so I can't make new infantry dudes because I have no infantry equipment. It's all going to Japan. So let's cancel the land lease, or we'll just modify it so that we send half of our infantry equipment to Japan, right? And even this is too much for their ships. No, wait. Half of it should take 100 ships, and they have 140, so that's plenty. Okay, good. And what are you doing over here, Mr. Ramelson? Oh, he's crossing a river to crush those encircled humans. So Denmark has joined our faction. And we have airplanes in reserve. There's no template that uses heavy tanks, but we still probably don't have enough of them for that to matter. I had planned to make a pocket here by pushing up to that province. But I guess I could run to their capital and ask them politely for some juice. Do you have any juice? I like apple juice, please. And yes, I'm going to attack over a river and up a mountain because I have armor and you're using 8 strength Chinese divisions that don't resist me at all. So it looks like we're encircled. Hopefully these red guys capitulate instantly. Subsidiary carrier roles. Don't even know what that means. But I'm going to get more of it. I did read just the opinion of some guy on Reddit where he said that the interdiction thingy under research for getting fleet roles, he was saying that the one that we start with as Japan is actually better, even if you don't plan to make submarines, even if you plan to just go the standard battleship route, because I guess the trees just aren't very well balanced. So he might be wrong, who knows. I think we might get stuck here. It looks like we're taking attrition because we don't have enough units. We need to get back to our supply line. I forgot that Japan doesn't have any mobile infantry. I expected them to fill in our gaps much more quickly. Ooh, that's not good. This is a mountain, is it? How do I... I wish I could tell the terrain types of things more easily. Alright, this is a hill, and this one is a hill, so they're both hills. So it's fine. We'll just attack up a hill. Come on, guys. You need to follow me. Very low supplies because we got cut off. Very sad, very sad. So I wonder when the Netherlands will become fascist. Become more fascist, Mr. Netherlands. So I was reading that you can get all the rubber you need by invading the Netherlands before you start World War II, because anyone you capture before the war starts has no resistance, and you just get all of their territory. Whereas if you conquer someone during the war, the war is going on, so it makes sense for people to be resistance fighters. Alright, this is not good. Oh good, I made it out. Alright, wait here for supplies. Another thing I haven't been doing is planning bonus. I did it once, but it's such an annoying thing to do that I usually don't bother, but I will, since I'm going to wait here anyway. Let's stop showing allied fronts, and we'll make a little one province front against this province, and then we will make a front line here, and then we'll just sit here, and while we're waiting for our organization to come back, we can also build up a planning bonus. Give me planning bonuses. So I heard Arumba in one of his videos say that the planning bonus goes up to a max of 50%. And it says right here that the maximum preparation bonus is 50%. I guess it's normally like 20% or something, and we have plus 25 because of general staff and plus 50% because of mobile warfare. So it's only Germany that gets this huge planning bonus. I know that as Japan you get a very large planning bonus as well, because their land doctrine is the one that gives them greater and greater planning bonus. I want to know if having a 50% planning bonus actually gives you plus 50% to combat, though. I hope it doesn't, because in my opinion the way the planning bonus works is kind of stupid. If I make a plan to attack this province, and then I wait till it loads up to 50%, and then I attack that province, they'll be better at attacking that province than if I don't make a plan to attack that province. And I feel like that's an interesting decision, and it helps players justify the use of plans. But what I saw Arumba doing a lot of in the videos that he uploaded was he'd wait till this planning bonus is big, and then right now we're at 50% planning bonus. He'd just hit delete and just delete the plan. I guess you can shift click delete or something. Oh, you right click the button to delete all orders. And now you still have the same 50% planning bonus. So even if you attack a province that isn't the one you're planning to attack, you would still get a bonus to planning. Now, maybe it doesn't work. I hope it doesn't work, because that's silly. Why should planning to attack one province give you a bonus in attacking another province? But no, it does. It gives me plus 45% damage, because my planning bonus is at 45%. And that's very sad. But, I mean, if that's the way the game works, I guess I have to do it. The way I think it should work is if you make a plan, then you only gain the planning bonus if you execute the plan, and you only get the planning bonus on the units that you didn't manually control. Because the whole, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the whole concept of a planning bonus is that these units have, gotten maps of the specific province that, according to the plan, they're going to be going into or whatever, and they've prepared. They know everything about the enemies that they're going to face and the places that they're going to attack to. So if I just delete the plan and attack somewhere else, why would they have a preparation bonus? It doesn't make any sense to me. So maybe I'm just misunderstanding what the preparation bonus is meant to represent. But either way, what it leads to, I don't like game mechanics that lead to boring and tedious things. And this leads to me wanting to make an attack, wait until it's done, and then plan another attack, and then delete it, and then go again, and then plan another attack and delete it. And that's kind of tedious. I don't like that. Yeah. Anyway, planning bonus should only work as long as you're on the front that you started planning on. Alright, looks like we're not making any progress pushing up this mountain in the middle of the night. That's very sad. Yeah, we're gonna make it. It's just that I lowered the game speed so much that I'm not noticing the progress I'm used to. Okay. So I kind of forget. I guess Spain? We wanted a non-aggression pact with Spain. And our opinion with them is 200, so I don't think improving relations beyond where it is now is really going to help. So if they don't want a non-aggression pact now, they're never going to want a non-aggression pact. We guaranteed Spain. Let's see if the Netherlands is fascist yet. They primary party is fascist, but their current government is still democratic. I think if we just wait, then similar to Denmark, they're gonna go fascist on their own. We don't need to do anything. I wouldn't want to start a coup and have the coup fire on the Java Islands in the middle of nowhere. That could be bad. Imagine planning a naval invasion from Germany all the way to the Java Islands. We are the leading party here and here as well, so it looks like fascist support has been successful in all of the good guy places. We haven't really bothered with Finland, but maybe we should. It's probably a little too late. It took us 2 years to support fascism to a degree that mattered in those other nations, so I think it's a little late to start supporting it anywhere else. Alright, so let's check out what our good buddy Erwin Rommel is doing. Looks like we took our mountain, and we're very happy about it. So let's push down here and try to continue pushing towards the capital. Alright, we'll create a front there, and then we'll push to here, and then we'll push to there. Make your plans, little man. Make your plans. Our preparation bonus is down to 16%. So we're going to do it, even though we have conscientious objections going on. Nora is playing with Angry Birds toys that she got at McDonald's in her Happy Meal, and she's very happy about it. But every time the tower falls down, she's very sad about the tower falling down. All right, so let's keep modifying our... Keep deploying... No, Eli, if you can't play in this room without making Nora scream, then you can't be in this room. Eli, go upstairs. You only get to be down here as long as you don't make people scream. If you're making Nora scream, it's very sad for Daddy, and I don't want you here. As long as you're good, you can be here, okay? What am I doing? Planning speed. Now I forgot what I'm doing. I just deployed some more infantry, so I wanted to see if I have 550 yet, right? So let's click this and then this. And it says 521. We're getting close. We're making enough infantry equipment that we'll eventually be there. Maybe making fewer at a time, but deploying them more quickly would be okay. Another thing that I noticed is that you can actually, like, say I do this, and then I want... Oh, no, that doesn't work. So say I grab a couple of units over here, 35 units, and assign them to a general, and then... Guys, seriously! They're upstairs now. Yeah, when I have enough infantry equipment, I'd like to train those troops, not because I want them to have higher XP, because I don't, but because I want the army equipment. And it's, infantry equipment comes so quickly out of factories that you could break like 1 million of it a second and be fine. It's infantry equipment is basically free. So I have 73 army experience, and I wanted to use it to make my panzers more sexy. Oh, they're dead sexy. So organization is only 21.3, but honestly, so I heard that you need, like, infantry has very high organization, 4.4, and tanks have very low organization, negative 0.8. So you have to have enough infantry that you have a positive organization. So adding more infantry makes our organization higher. But in my experience, armored units just never run out of organization. So it's not something you need to worry about. This is a fast unit, and it's already 20 width. I don't really think I need to modify it at all. So is there different, I guess, my infantry divisions? I want to have a ton of garrison units. I don't feel like I need a lot of actual infantry units doing anything useful. Anti-air and a recon company. Recon company reduces organization, increases production costs, takes 500 manpower and some infantry equipment, but it makes us do a tiny, almost negligible amount of additional damage. It adds 11 defense and plus 1.5 breakthrough. I don't know. That all sounds kind of useless. So maybe it's plus 11 defense per unit. So an infantry dude is plus 22 defense. So this is like giving the same defense as half of an infantry unit. And it costs 500 manpower instead of 1,000. So it costs half as much as an infantry unit. So it's basically just like adding a half infantry unit that doesn't take any combat width. That seems useful on defense. And since my infantry regiments are mostly just going to defend things, why not? Let's add that. We want to go up to 20 width by adding artillery. That's 21, so we'll add 2 artillery. And then we'll delete one of these. 2 of these. Okay. So we have lots of organization. 47. 180 hit points. 191 defense. We have less defense this way, but we do more damage to soft targets. But do we really need to do damage? I feel like the job of our infantry divisions is just to hold the line until tanks get there to win. But maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It depends on how many tanks we end up making. But that seems reasonable. Why not do that? Okay. These guys, very quickly filling in the gaps created by our panzer divisions. They're just pure infantry, and they're like very quickly running in and defending. So, fine. They're the ones that are going to take the brunt of enemy assaults, right? Because if I create a gap in the line and then move away with my tanks, now whoever's standing there is going to get counterattacked, right? So these are the guys that are designed to be counterattacked. So pure infantry seems like a reasonable composition for someone whose job it is to get shot in the face. But again, I wonder if mobile and artillery would be a good addition. And of course, we've got to wait 46 days to find out. But I'm thinking right here, you can click this button and you'll just make motorized artillery. And then they can join us. It takes 215 days to research, so that's crazy. What about this one? This only takes 20 days, and this one only takes 24 days. So I should probably get this one. This is the right one. But we'll get it later, because right now we're just fighting in China, so we don't need any of that. Naval experience. I'm surprised I have a bunch of naval experience. It seems weird to me. We have lots of convoys. We haven't lost any yet, because the war hasn't started. Do we want to make a variant of one of our ships? Like, how long are we going to have Destroyer 2s? So, Destroyer 3s are in 1940. 2 years. 2 years. Oh, so it's only this ship is going to last very long. So we'll make a variant of this ship once it's done. The Shitchef. That's a funny name. Okay. Let's go back over here and kill people with Rommel. Alright, so Rommel's just waiting for his this blue bar to fill up. Okay, now it's full. And we're gonna make some factories. And we do want to get our naval bombardment tech, but there's really no rush because we're not fighting anyone with our airplanes yet. Our Air Force. Whee! So crossing a river into some plains. It's probably going to be pretty easy because we're awesome. We keep making kind of suicidally terrible attack decisions, but it doesn't matter because we've got this really good division. So they do poorly at night. They don't like crossing rivers. Minus 78% from river crossing. Tactics, combat, width. What does that mean? Why is there only 40 combat width going on here? Usually it's much higher. Huh. I guess maybe river crossings have a lower combat width? Well, I think we should stop. I don't know if we can get... No, because that's just China. This won't create a pocket. Once you have your planning bonus, you can move these guys anywhere you want. So the place that I'm at is too rivery, but I can go here, and this isn't very rivery. And then we'll just go around the river. Charge! And they keep that planning bonus because they're crazy. Although I seem to be moving super slowly. Well, I guess it takes them a long time to cross rivers even if the other side isn't defended. They just aren't very good at crossing rivers. And this preparation bonus is dropping a lot. So I guess you can think of this as, instead of a preparation bonus, you can think of this as like a minus that you get for sprinting. That makes it easier to swallow, in my opinion. Alright, so I'm waiting for some mobile infantry to come fill in the gaps again. Armored spearheads. And we have more than 150 of these points, so we can recruit a tank designer who makes us more reliable and better at soft attack or better at hard attack with more armor. I like armor. I think that's the whole point of tanks, is to have armor. So we'll get a guy who gives us more armor. Why not? Whoop. I have no planning bonus now, so maybe I should make another planning bonus thing. I wonder how deep I can push in before the Japanese say, look, this is stupid, we don't want to defend this giant deep thing. But if you think about it, right, I can defend this province with one guy, but in order to defend against me having this province, they have to defend both the north and the south of it. So if you just make a long line into enemy territory, they have to surround it with twice as many troops as you're using. So it's I don't know, I might be wrong, but it seems like a good way, if your units are more powerful than theirs, a good way to just waste their stuff. Go. So he's going to make a push, then he's going to wait for his planning bonus, then he's going to make another push, then he's going to wait for his planning bonus, then he's going to make another push, then he's going to wait for his planning bonus, because that's how he rolls. Alright, we finished West Wallen. Don't really... I think that's just a defensive thing. It's kind of funny microing 2 units as if they're useful. Pull this front down to be just one province still. Is my planning bonus still awesome? Yes, it is. So we'll go in here. So it could be that because China has more divisions, but each division is weaker, and Japan has fewer divisions, but each division is stronger, that Japan favors a smaller front, and so I'm actually hurting Japan by doing all this. But who knows? There's a victory point right here. Let's go get it and see what happens. I'm crossing this river, and oh, there's some troops on the other side of the river, so let's go around there. Ha! No troops. What's up now? So what does this say? You can invite someone to a faction. Invite Sweden. Cool. So I don't need to make them fascists because they already joined my faction. And it'd be nice. What? Why does it say invite to faction? They're already in a... Oh, that's funny. It's like you can't invite them to faction because they're already in your faction. Okay. It seems like a waste of 100 diplomatic power to guarantee them. I think it costs 25 more for each nation that you guarantee, so I'm just spending all this diplomatic nonsense guaranteeing people that are already in my faction that don't need to be guaranteed by me. But on the other hand, diplomatic power is pointless, so why not waste it willy-nilly? I like getting decryption because it gives me 5% combat boost. It's funny because I think it should only give you a combat boost against somebody who has encryption, right? Because you can break their codes. But it gives you a combat boost against everyone. So even China, who is making no attempt to use radios, let alone encrypted radios, you can still get a bonus against them. Alright, so we made our super boat, our super ship. Someone's talking to me about things I don't care about. Okay. So, 1940s, I need... This is a cruiser. Do I need two different types of cruisers? It looks like we've got cheap cruisers, 42, and expensive cruisers, 56. So do we want another expensive cruiser, or should we just stick to one type of cruiser? I'm going to stick to one. We do need cruisers, but we don't need two different variants, I don't think, unless I'm missing something. I mean, there must be a reason that there are two variants. Let's see. The armament consists of some guns. It's a New York class. It's an armored ship. And this one is larger and heavier anti-aircraft. I don't know. Only have so much research to dedicate to my Navy, and I don't want to be getting another variant. Anyway, now that I've unlocked this cool new variant of ship, I want to set some factories to making a variant of it. I wonder if I should make heavy fighters. Heavy fighters are just worse versions of light fighters, but with longer range, and I think if I'm going to control the English Channel with fighters, then... What's the range on naval bombers? That's the real question. Should be able to check. Range. 850. And fighters have 700. And heavy fighters have 1,000. So it does look like we might want some heavy fighters. Well, what's this fighter's range? Still 700. And this guy's 930. So I guess as long as I get 1,000. So as long as I get the 1940 fighters, I don't need heavy fighters. This guy also has 1,000. So it looks like the dynamic of short range, very agile, very good, long range, less agile, less good, only holds for 1936. In 1940, it seems like they all have the same range. So there must be a reason to get heavy fighters. Air attack 46, air superiority 1, naval targeting 1. So this guy has a lot less air attack. He's got 48 agility, while this guy has 30 agility. Max speed of 550, max speed of 300. So maybe there are bombers that fly so fast. Like this bomber flies at 440, and this bomber flies at 450. And this fighter... No, wait, that's not a fighter. That's close air support. So this fighter flies at 650. So he can keep up with everybody. I don't understand what the point in heavy fighters is. It's 27 versus 46. And they both have 1k range. I don't know. I'm just going to stick with light fighters until I can figure that out. I've played a lot of War Thunder, which is a World War II airplane simulator multiplayer game where you do dogfighting with various types of bombers and planes. And in that game, heavy fighters do so much more damage, but they're very easy to shoot down by, like, light fighters have an easy time shooting down heavy fighters, but heavy fighters are better at shooting down bombers. So you have these guys killing bombers, these guys killing those guys, and bombers killing the ground. So it's like you need all three. But in this game, I don't know that that's true. It seems like these guys don't do enough less damage than those guys to make up for the fact. because production cost is 26 and production cost is 30. So you can just have more light fighters and it doesn't matter. Anyway, I think we need this, but we'll get it later when we've gotten the thing that makes it easier to get. The whatever this is called, national focus. Alright, so I've made kind of a giant pocket with just 2 units, and now it's entirely possible that bad things. Should also probably capture that piece of land, but if I could... I'm worried that this will get cut off, but the Japanese are defending it pretty well, so if I can extend my pocket up to here, then maybe we could make this whole thing into a big pocket and then go crush it.
Hey, you put the things Daddy.
Hi guys. I like the Things-a-Belly. Welcome to the Things-a-Belly. Yeah, we did. We made a little pocket there. It's only like 7 units or something, but it's fun. Like 10, maybe. Get in there. You're gone too. Okay, China is definitely falling. So let's make a... So it's like wait, you right click this, hit OK, Z right click, no, Z left click, no. Z right click, and then X right click, and then execute as soon as this bar fills up. Hey-ya! So it's 1938, the war should be starting soon, but I really want to make sure that I get as much free land as I can. Because once you start fighting people, you get all this aggressive expansion, and people get really mad at you, and then no one wants to join the Axis anymore. So I want to invite everyone that I can before that happens. So I want, especially the Netherlands. Only 524,000 manpower. I just deployed like 3 more units. How come they didn't up that manpower? Fall of Nanjing. You guys go. Roar. They don't want to go? Oh, fine, go. Poland declares war on Latvia. Poland! Poland's declaring war on someone. Wow, they must really not feel threatened. That's funny. Hunter-killer groups. So I read also that destroyers are the best at fighting, but you need cruisers because they're the best at finding enemy fleets with their long vision or ability to scan for stuff. So you can't just make an only destroyer navy because then it would never find any enemy fleets. Looks like I got cut off again. Uh-oh, this guy's almost out of organization. Uh-oh, my attack completely stalled. And I can't attack anymore because I'm out of organization, and it's not filling back up because I'm out of supplies. This is not good. Uh-oh. Oh, come up here. Uh-oh. Latvia was puppeted by Poland. Yay, Poland. Conquer more. That's great. And I'll have more people to conquer from you when you're done. Alright, Chief of the Army. Army Offensive Division Attack. Organization, 8%. Division Speed. So I don't understand how training time could be considered a good thing. That seems pointless. Plus 10% damage, basically, when attacking. Plus 8%, ability to win a fight regardless of losses taken. I feel like I want to be winning fights where I don't take any losses, though, so I'm going to go for that. How are you doing on becoming fascist, my Netherlands friends? They're very fascist, but their government is still democratic. Hopefully they'll coup themselves if we wait long enough, but so far it hasn't happened, and it's disappointing. Sweden is in our faction. Our good friends Norway are very fascist, but they haven't yet held an election and become fascist. I'd like to guarantee them, but it costs a lot, and they have to be fascist first. Come on, China. Stop cutting off my troops like awesome people. Come on, get in there. Yes, okay. I have successfully resupplied. So let's delete all commands, create a new front right here, and an attack point. Come on, why is it not working? Why can't I draw a front line? You cannot draw a front line here. It just says you can't. It doesn't say why. It's just like, nope. Sorry, no. Alright, so let's finish off that. And then try to draw a front line anywhere so that we can get some planning bonus. And here comes our planning bonus. Up super high. Look at that cute little skull. And it looks like they're getting XP towards level 6. I don't think there is a level 6. Maybe there is. I've never seen troops above level 5 though. I've never sent volunteers to Japan before. This is interesting. So you go here, and you go there, and we'll make another pocket. Schwarpunk. Good whistling, buddy. Die, China. So killing China is going to allow us to beat up on the British Raj. I wonder if we attack Britain right now and get Japan into the war, if they... No, they'd send the volunteers home. So I'd actually have to... actually have to send troops over here if I want to fight the British Raj myself. Industrial efforts, rocketry, and then research. I need air innovations. Good, because I wanted air innovations anyway. Am I not getting air innovations? Air innovations, that's this one. Okay. Good. Although, it's possible that I could have taken some Czechoslovakian territory by now. Yep, I have enough to take Czech territory, but I need 750 to take whatever else. Yugoslavia, I think, so there's still a reason to wait before heading down that tree. Heading down that tree increases world tension, and as soon as world tension gets too high, then the United States and Great Britain can stop spending all of their factories creating consumer goods. So you want to start the war as late as possible. Though, if you wait too long, then they catch up on tech. So in the early game, you have a big tech advantage and a big factory advantage. And as soon as world tension gets very high, then you lose your factory advantage. And as soon as the date gets too late, you lose your tech advantage. So, come on, preparation men. Decryption frequency analysis. I hear ya. Encryption. Whoop. What's wrong, buddy? If you cry about that, you won't get them tomorrow, so don't cry. You can cry inside your head or upstairs, but don't come down here and cry about wanting to play computers. I don't know what any of that means, my buddy. Theorist. We want a naval theorist? Sure. We'll get some naval XP daily. Oh yeah, I wanted to... Oh, I can't believe I went so long without actually doing this. I wanted to delete this. Oh no, he'll be done in 4 months. So we wanted to create a new type of dude. Super heavy battleship, level 8 billion. So super heavy battleship level 2. Is this the one I wanted? I don't know which one I want. It's this one. H41, whatever H41 is. So H41, come on, give me an H41. Okay, that's this guy. So we'll make a variant of this guy that has, obviously, I feel like Okay, so I'm confused about reliability as far as battleships go, because on infantry equipment, for example, if an infantry equipment has a very low reliability, then it's very likely to break, and that entire piece of infantry equipment goes in the trash. Now, if battleships have a reliability stat, that scares me, because what if my battleship just broke and I had to throw it in the trash? Yeah, that's what it says. The lower this value, the more likely your equipment is to suffer random failure, accidents, or exploding in a fiery ball. So imagine I built a battleship and then it just blew up for no reason. I've never seen that happen. I've had a lot of fleets and I've never gotten a message saying, one of your battleships that you just spent 4 years making exploded for no reason. I feel like either reliability is completely useless or it's the most important thing in the world. And I don't know which. Because if the tooltip is right, it's the most important thing in the world. And if not, I mean, it shouldn't be. There's no way that they're just going to make my battleships explode for no reason. Anyway, let's get reliability just in case it's the most important thing in the world. And that'll be good enough. So we're going to make an H41 variant A. And we're going to dedicate lots of naval-y things to it, but only once they get freed up because they're not doing something else. So we've got some guys making destroyers, level 2 destroyers, and we should probably cut that back, so we'll just have 3 dudes making level 2 destroyers. And we got to trade for more of something. Looks like tungsten? We suddenly got an influx of tungsten, so there was something that we used to be using our tungsten on that we're no longer producing a lot of. And it wasn't anything to do with the Navy, because tungsten is for heavy tanks and towed artillery. Are we no? Maybe we're just making tungsten ourselves. Maybe we have our own tungsten. Anyway, we need more rubber or chromium and oil. But, it's not divisible by 8. I'm trying to think how I can change this so that I'm wasting exactly the right amount. I think for now we'll just let battleships not be created super quickly. That doesn't seem right. Yeah. We'll drop this to 1. So we're missing 1 chromium. So actually we want this to be at 8. And then we'll drop other things until it makes sense for that to be at 8. Well, but this uses chromium too, as well. Let's finish this actual ship as quick as we can. It's going to be done in 5 months. We're not going to need our Navy within the next 5 months, I don't think. Okay, let's get 1 more oil and 1 more chromium, and it will be good. Dear Turkey, we would like another chromium, please. Turkey has a lot of chromium. Interesting. And we need oil from Venezuela. Okay. Buy thing. Alright. How's it coming, Mr. Rommelman? You rumbling it up? Now, infantry equipment is our most needed of things, I think, right now. I actually don't have a desire for anything. But we're mostly just using infantry equipment to make these garrison divisions. I think later we're going to turn them into something else. Ooh, look at that. There's like a little isolated thing. We should go over there and kill it, because that could be great. But first we're making this little pocket, so we'll stick to what we're doing. We're still fighting in the mountains. This is the problem that I had as Japan against China, is that most of China is a mountain. Air innovations. Alright, see, I want naval air effort, but I need this in order to get another research slot. And there's nothing in the world is better than another research slot. So we kind of have to get... Oh, I can get that without choosing the right side of the other thing. Another victim of Mussolini's ambitions. The Zog sub something. That was weird. Mussolini has ambitions. I seem to have lost an entire division. I did. I don't know how that happened. Luckily, I'm recording it so I can rewind and find out. And I'm going to do that, so bye.